Thank you, Mike Hawk, for requesting this tutorial. I really do appreciate that, and we're going to learn how to add velocities. Also, if you have any requests, please leave a comment below. I will be reading them because I want to do more tutorials on Tone2 Electra and get everybody in the right direction. I also have a link in the description box to Tone2 Electra presets that we did all original stuff, no recycled sounds, not taking anybody else's sounds or anything like that. Shout out to Bass Gutter, Ocean View, Imperial Music, Levels, and the many other guys that make this website possible. Please support it, not the frauds. Now let's begin. So what we have here is this patch, and there is no velocity, so I'm going to play this on my keyboard so you can hear the thumping. No velocity. So it's a really quick and easy thing to do. All you have to do is go to this mod matrix here where you can assign different modulation or movement to different parameters. So what we're going to do is we're going to select velocity. It's really simple. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to select volume because we need volume in there. Now let's see if it works now. It does not, because there's one more key thing. This right here, this parameter right here where it has a 0 on it, that is the amount. So how much of the velocity do we want going to the volume? So let's hear that as we go to 40. You can notice the difference now when I'm playing it. Now, that's as simple as it can be. You might want to watch it, because if you do go all the way up to 100, let's hear it. You can hear that it's extremely loud when you start playing on the keys just a tad bit harder. So you might want to watch that because you want to watch your levels when you are making your custom preset from scratch. So anyway, so we're gonna go down here and I'm gonna adjust it. I'm gonna go back down to 46. That seems more in pocket than going all the way up to 100%. Now, don't stop there, guys. Now, velocity is very, very useful, especially for making different patches. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna select velocity again, and now we're gonna select cutoff 1 over here in this filter section here. Understanding this mod matrix is something that I need to explain in a overview video, which I will do. And as you can see, everything has its own grouping here. So you see OCT 1, 2, and 3 here. That means the octaves. And all this is basically the oscillator section right here. So all this stuff is corresponding to the oscillator area. All this stuff right here is to the filter section. These are from the LFO speeds. And this is the mod matrix. Believe it or not, you can modulate different parameters already modulated in the mod matrix. So you can get really interesting shit. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the cutoff here. And now I'm also going to add some amount, of course. And then let's hear it more in the musical context here. So now that you hear it in the musical context, you can actually hear that patch that I made, this custom patch that I made. Look at the top left part of the screen, all fresh, clean, non-recycled shit. You can see that the sound, or hear that the sound is different, on opposed to if I was to do this. Go back to 0. Well, it says -0. That's some new. Anyways. Hear that? Now the modulation kind of sounds, I mean, the patch itself kind of sounds plain Jane. But also, I do want to point out that you could do negative parameters, but you actually have to have the cutoff in a positive standpoint. So you have to boost it a little bit, because if you have it negatively on the amount, nothing will happen. So if you have the cutoff right here in the middle or something that will allow it to go down, that's what negative means. You can hear it now that it's changing. You can go a little further than that, guys. Believe it or not, there's some really intense stuff that you can do. One of the other things that I like to do in terms of creating a patch from scratch is definitely doing stuff with the insert effect. So I have the insert effect is ping pong delay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my matrix. I'm going to go into my modulation here, and I am going to select from the FX area. So you have FX mix, and then you have parameter 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to select parameter 1, and I'm going to add about 30, about 28 in amount. Here how slow the ping pong delay is now. Now I'm going to press as hard as possible. Hear that? It's crazy. Think about that. Now think about how dope your patch will be if you start doing the mind matrix like this and using velocity to your best of abilities now that I've taught you. Anyways, guys, again, leave a comment below. I definitely want to hear from you what you want to learn next. And just tell me if you want to learn pads or something like that. If you have a request of a sound that you heard in the song, I'm pretty sure I can do it. Pretty much every song works on a certain type of velocity, a certain kind of philosophy. Ooh, God. So, anyways, just let me know, and I will do that.